Hi, I'm Moshe Davis. I am the executive director of the mayor's office to combat anti-Semitism, and today I was replaced by Mayor Mamdani.
Tell me what happened today and what was your response?
Yeah, today I was reporting to work like I do every day since January 2nd, and I was looking to implement the policies and ideas that are important for Jewish New Yorkers. At some point, I get a text and then a tweet, and then I see an article that they have named a replacement for my position. Not something that I was given a heads up to, not something that was told to me in advance. But it looks like when I approached a team and they came at some point they came to my desk and said, hey, let's talk. I said, yeah, let's hear. And they were sorry for the way it was done, but they said they were looking to go in a new direction.
What did you take that to mean?
Look, I'm a loud, proud Jewish person, walks with a kippah on my head, a proud Zionist, someone who takes their Judaism to heart, and it means a lot to me, my family, and that's my approach for fighting anti-Semitism, is that we have to be proud Jews. And I think that the way that this administration maybe felt that was too much for them. Maybe that was too much. Maybe that was, they wanted to go and say, hey, look, we could hedge our bets. We could look for someone who's going to say, hey, we could take in criticism of Israel. We can take in criticism of Jewish people. We could take in, and I'm going to tell you 100%, that's okay. Yes, you could give room for criticism. You could give room for politics, but to protect Jewish New Yorkers, you have to be careful what you're doing. You have to be careful and say, hey, this is dangerous rhetoric. This is propaganda. This is activism. This is not about making sure that our Jewish community is safe.
Why do you think this happened? Why were you fired?
I think that I have led a great office, doing amazing work. I think that New Yorkers will attest to the work that I have done. And I can't talk to their intentions or what the direction that they are looking to go in. But if they are serious about protecting Jewish New Yorkers, like there's agenda, there's ways to do so. There is policies to be put into place. There's agencies to be worked on. And I think that, as a proud Jewish New Yorker, it would make sense, to have someone like me in that position, who's someone who's able to work with Jewish communities from all backgrounds and stripes, and also be able to work the government bureaucracy to make sure these things get implemented.
Are you concerned about Mayor Mamdani's seriousness about protecting Jewish New Yorkers?
In the last month, I have been working to implement an agenda, working to, create the budget, to push forward policies that would be there to protect Jewish New Yorkers. Unfortunately, I haven't found much traction in these few weeks, but I'm always going to give them an opportunity to say, hey, look, you're going to point a new director in, get to work. Make sure that your rhetoric that's saying that you're going to make sure that every person in New York has a place they're happy to call home. Make sure you put it into place, because Jewish New Yorkers are on edge. Jewish New Yorkers are fearful of the insane rise of anti-Semitic incidents. We've just seen, in the past month, over 50% of all hate crimes are targeted at Jewish New Yorkers, and therefore they're on edge, and they want to see that this is actually implemented to make sure that they're safe. And it's not just about a slick video. It's not just about a nice tweet, but these are going to be operational forces that are going to have to be in place to combat this anti-Semitism. That's what the purpose of this office is. That's what their mandate is.
Your replacement is a liberal Zionist. What does that mean, and how do you think that could impact what happens to this office?
Zionism to me is not something that needs to be hedged, needs to be, anything around it. It's you could be a proud Jewish person, you could be a proud Zionist, and the reason why you have these ideas is because these are passed down for us from our ancestors for thousands of years, and it's what we believe in. And I think that we should be careful that that's what Jewish New Yorkers want to see. They want to see someone who cares about their concerns, cares about that there is people are targeting, whether it's going to be in Israel, whether it's going to be in Australia, whether it's going to be in England. Like, people want to make sure that their Jewish brethren are safe. And if you can't, directly understand where this hatred is coming from, where this propaganda is coming from, where this activism is coming from, and how it affects Jewish New Yorkers, it's gonna be a hard job. And I want to make sure that everything you do is in line with, this is New York City. This is my message to them. This is New York City. This is what Jews care about. This is what needs to be taken care of. Making sure you're implementing the right policies, and not falling into dangerous propaganda and activism.
Yeah. Do you worry about what the impact of this could be?
I'm afraid that if you're giving too much leeway to propaganda and activism, Jewish New Yorkers are going to be targeted. They're going to be unsafe. And I hope that doesn't happen in our city, and hope that policies and things are put into place. But that's something that scares me.
What is your message for Mayor Mamdani and your replacement too?
Fighting anti-Semitism is not a slick video, not just a nice tweet. It's about using government and your municipal powers to implement policies, agenda that protects Jewish New Yorkers. That's what has to be done. That's what needs to take place for the mayor's office to combat anti-Semitism. That's the mandate of the office, and that's what I hope to see